Hello my friends, welcome back to another session for my financial signals for cryptocurrencies. We'll cover Bitcoin, Solana and Ethereum. So today, 19th of March, we got a very strong uptrend. Okay, I told you, I predicted this, guys. I've been telling you for weeks already that around these days we could see very nice movements. Okay, we got a really good pump upwards. Maybe this can continue tomorrow because at least for Bitcoin, which is the chart that you're looking at right now, it shows the potential of having a consecutive 20, okay? A green 20, basically another pump, another green day, which can, if we are really lucky, it can bring us back to levels basically around almost 90K, possibly, something like that. But I told you that the first objective was to reach this level again, which is around 85K. I told you about this weeks ago, guys. I mean, these predictions, my predictions are the best in the world, okay? There's no exaggeration around that. You can see how I have predicted basically everything since basically I started this channel with 90% accuracy. Okay, you don't believe me? Go back and watch my other videos. But the people who know about this, the people who are constantly tuning in to these videos, they know about my accuracy. Okay, and it's no joke. I told you, and I've been telling you before, when in the first days of March, I told you be very prepared to see green days around these days. Now, one thing that I have to say is that I believe that it could be a much better performance. For example, I thought that both the 17 and possibly the 18 or the 18 and the 19, all of these days, maybe one of these days could see consecutive green days. And instead we got basically kind of a undecided range of days where the price was really not moving much. For example, the 18th of March was a very volatile day where it crashes, but it recovers swiftly, goes back basically to the initial position. The 17th is kind of more downtrendy, but at the same time it's also very volatile in the sense that the starting position and the final position are very similar. Okay, so I was in my original expectation, I thought that we could see maybe 3 consecutive green days. Now, obviously, we did not see that, but still, this is a nice pump. It's funny because it coincides with many other developments regarding the SEC and other financial kind of related news, which is quite amazing because I was not even aware of that. For example, I was not even aware of today being the day where XRP was finally, they lifted charges against them. So it's kind of interesting, but yeah, I had no idea about that. Okay, you can see that my predictions take only days into account and they are extremely accurate. Now, for tomorrow, the only thing that maybe can screw this up is that we also see a potential correction for tomorrow. Now, obviously, we did not see this on the 19th. Remember, this range of boxes, it doesn't mean that we're going to see all of these days in red. It only means we're going to see one of these days within the range in red. So, for example, 25, 26, it's only going to be one of these 2 days. In this case as well, okay? So the potential is there for having a red 20, meaning tomorrow, it's going to be, I think, a Thursday, yeah. It could be a correction on Thursday, which, if it does happen, it could be better than having it occur on Friday, because it could be more devastating for the price. Yeah, we can see some corrections very soon. Like I told you many times before, okay, after these dates, I'm basically mostly bearish. Unless I see something really crazy, like for example, another consecutive green day tomorrow, which drives us back all the way to 90K, similar to those levels, I don't really have any incentive to actually be bullish on this month of March, what remains of March, basically, because we are already past the half mark. So it's going to be kind of interesting how these days actually end up happening. Okay, but I've been telling you guys for weeks that these days were going to be the most decisive for cryptocurrencies. Okay, we need to see a very, very strong uptrend. This is a good start. I hope it continues tomorrow or in the next few days, because the more we close into the 25th of March, the worse it will get. So be very prepared for that. But yeah, basically a very good day for cryptos in general. Some got way much. I mean, for example, let's just take a look at XRP, because yeah, look at these guys. I mean, XRP completely recovers. Well, not completely, but it's a much stronger recovery than other cryptocurrencies. Very, very strong. Okay, so yeah, you can see that definitely we see other cryptos doing much better. But in general, it was a green day for all cryptocurrencies. For example, let's take a look at Solana right here. Also a solid green day. You can see that it's basically going upwards non-stop. Not as good as Bitcoin, but still it's a good pump. In order to get to the Bitcoin kind of levels of the upwards trend, we needed to see maybe reach this level again, like $140. So yeah, it's still a good day. Still also part of the prediction. I told you that you could expect some green days around these days. Basically everything that I just told you for Bitcoin can also be applied to Solana. Okay, I have no reason to really doubt any of that, because the divergence is very minimal, at least for Solana. We'll take a look at Ethereum and we'll see maybe some surprises there. But for Solana, it really remains basically pegged to Bitcoin right now. Okay, it will of course further diverge as we continue go by, especially as we close into the months that I told you that we could see most likely to be the peak of the altcoin season. So yeah, that's for Solana. Again, not as good as Bitcoin, but possibly a good start, I think. Again, the only danger right here could be tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow is looking like it could be a very volatile day. And after that, 22, 23, developing towards the 25. For some reason, Solana has the 25 on green. That means that maybe it's not going to be as bad of a day for Solana as it will be for the other cryptocurrencies, but it's still going to be something to really prepare for. And finally, like I told you, the Ethereum chart. Okay, so look at this. The Ethereum chart is stronger than Solana in the sense that of these uptrends, and the reason why is mainly because we saw Ethereum outperform many other cryptocurrencies yesterday. So Ethereum actually nails 2 consecutive green days, obviously one much better than the other, but still better than just one, which is the case for Solana, and I think also the case for Bitcoin, because like I showed you, it's basically it ends up in the same position where it starts. So both for Ethereum, both of these 2 days were green. So it's a good start. It's a good development towards regaining many of the previous milestones that we lost. But yeah, it's still going to be kind of difficult, because you can see that from the highest point in March to the current position, we're looking at 20% of difference. So we need really to go much higher than this, much higher. This is basically nothing, if anything, just the start of many things to happen. So I don't know, guys. I mean, it's not that I'm bullish, I'm bearish for no reason. I told you that March was going to suck for cryptocurrencies in general. Okay, it's a red month already for basically most 90% of cryptocurrencies. And we are entering the worst period. And this recovery, while very good looking, very decent, it's still nowhere near as I expected. I wished in order to get an actual some kind of mitigation from all the corrections that we'll see very soon in the next coming days. I hope I am wrong. I hope somehow, anyhow, basically, cryptos recover around these days in March before it actually ends. But it's going to be very difficult to see that. For whatever reason, I already told you that we will eventually recover. Many people are actually thinking that the bull run is already over. That is not the case. Trust me. Okay, I know where it's going to peak. I will not share that unless you actually want to write. If you want a prediction, maybe you can write down in my email, in the contact information, in the description box. Maybe then I can share that information with you. So yeah, having said that, guys, enjoy your profits. If you have done longing, taken advice from my signals, congratulations, guys. And guys, before I leave, of course, as always, I want to invite you all to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, having said that, guys, enjoy your day. I'll see you guys next time.